Hello, this is Tantrietl. I have a long history of running pugs of outrageous content, basically, that nobody else is willing to run. This Helya fight is incredibly difficult, so this video is about what I need people to do and how we're going to be successful at it. I want to share my personal experience on this fight so far. I watched the video once. I did 20 pulls with some pug a month or so ago, and I thought I knew the fight. Then another time I rewatched the video, did another 20 pulls with Brosha Fatal, and on my 40th pull I realized I had no idea what I was doing. So after that I've kind of like excessively gone overboard, and I've done all of this research, and like I feel like I can now say that I know the fight much better. And I want to show you, I want to build your confidence in this raid. And pardon the low production values as I just move my iPad. But I want to show you some of the reasons that you should stick with this run. I mean, I've got the timings for every ability. Like, I've gone through, I did this all myself. I went through every ability, when it goes off, who it goes off on, what's part of the room it goes off on. I mean, and all of this will be available to you if you download the Angry Assignments mod. So this is the timings, just the, you know, various details specific to our thing, like who's going to pull first, who's going to get the tentacles, who's going to do this, you know, just all this shit. By the way, if your graphic settings are too low, you don't get the outline of where the tentacles are, which kind of hurts. You know, DPS priorities, the transitions, DPS calculations about when we have to push the phases, how much health everything has, how much damage a bunch of things do. Like, all of this shit is just available and ready to go. And it's just an example of, like, really knowing the details, you know, tentacle 1 range, front right and front left. And just another, you know, things that I need help with as well. So, but one thing I've run into as recruiting for this run, which I've spent about 20 hours just this week recruiting for, is that people have told me they watched the Fat Boss video once and that they know the fight. And when people tell me that, all I can think of is like a 15-year-old boy saying he's good in bed because he's watched porn. Like, watching a video that has been edited to show only the parts where things go right is like not knowing how to do something. And knowing how to do something is also not a binary thing. There are different levels, and although you don't need to be on the excessive level I kind of went on for this crazy fight, you know, subtle details on this fight are important, and you can at least know the fight a little better if you watch the videos a couple times, if you watch different videos, if you watch videos where things went wrong, and what went wrong. So what I need from you, I need some assistance to help me figure out who has raid invite priority. It's going to be a clusterfuck when at raid start time. It's because I'm kind of running it all myself. I need some help to like go through, figure out who's most qualified to come in, who knows the fight, etc. I need people to help me run a mock-up of it. I believe very much in teaching people, and I'm a very chill raid leader. I've done this for so long. I'm very hard to get worked up. But I believe very much in speaking softly and carrying a big stick. So I want to show people what to do. I don't want to yell at them, but if they're not performing, they're gone. I need people to help me organize that and do that in an efficient way. I need people individually to watch not only the Fat Boss video, but also some recent videos. Go to YouTube, set the search settings for a recent, for like within the last week or within the last month, find a video specific for your spec. Those videos tend to have mistakes in them, and you can see how people dealt with the mistakes, and that's something that the Fat Boss video doesn't really have, because when they were doing it, it had to go perfectly. A reminder that in the Fat Boss video, the top DPS is 530k, bottom DPS is like 375k, and that was good enough to get realm first on their server. Our DPS numbers are way beyond that, so we have a numerical advantage, but the orbs, like, they are still instant kill. They still need to be put in the right spot. There's just a ton of damage going out if you do it wrong. I need people to know how the orbs work, especially those P3 orbs. I need people to get the Angry Assignments mod. I need people to bring consumables. I need people to show up early. That is like the #1 thing you can do to help me out, because I can figure out what we need, who's qualified, who needs more help, etc. And then there's one small thing about the way the fight actually works. I want you to look at videos if you look at the videos and the timings, the DBM timers for the orbs, they're late. And what happens is that Helya does an animation like showing who the orbs are going to be on. It's like a line coming down from the sky, or her hand or her head or something, whatever, it's off camera. And like that shows you who's it's going to be on. But the debuff for when the orbs become active is what DBM actually fires off on. But if you watch the videos, by the time DBM announces who has the orbs, they have already dealt with the mechanic. They're like already across the room and up the stairs, and they've already done that. So that's one thing that I want people to know. It's one detail that you might not have realized just doing, just watching a video once. But take a look for that and see how they're doing it and how they're managing to turn around and either get back into the fight or kite the orbs up the stairs. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm really hoping we can get this, and good night.